What up, guys? So, bad news. The lighter's out. So, we're gonna have to go old school, use a match. So, it is January 8th, and on this day in American history, in the year of 1935, Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, was born. So, if you're a fan of the king, I suggest you throw on some Elvis and celebrate. Elvis Presley was probably the most influential rock and roll star out there. Despite the fact that he didn't write any of his own songs, but drew largely from other people, and learning to sing and play it by ear alone is pretty impressive. However, you realize that most of the songs Elvis sang may have been other people's, but who made it popular? Presley himself. I know some people who might disagree with my um, assumptions that he was the king, but everybody has their own opinion. Elvis and Johnny Cash are actually the first people to actually come up with the term rockabilly music. So that's something that Elvis, came up to. He learned to sing in church, pretty much. I guess in a way, when you're looking at Elvis, you're seeing a piece of American history. I know a lot of people would say, well, Elvis isn't dead, he's still hanging around. As much as a lot of people, including me, would like to believe he ain't dead, there's a lot of evidence that points to the fact that he did die. Whereas there's a lot of evidence that points to the fact he didn't. So, contrary to belief, he might be alive somewhere, but even if he was, he'd be very, very old now. He'd be like 85, maybe 86, maybe. But in today's entertainment society, he would still probably be a big star, because a lot of people take other people's songs nowadays and run them around to their own style. Or who the hell knows, maybe Elvis would have a songwriter, or maybe he would write some of his own stuff. It all just depends. Eras come and go. But in his era, he was the king. Same as was Michael Jackson in his era, the king of pop. Same as Eminem is in this era, the king of hip hop. Different eras, different kings, different music. But yeah, January 8th, 1835, the king of rock and roll was born in Toluca, Mississippi, to Vernon and Gladys Presley. For those of you who don't know, Elvis had a brother, Jesse Garon, who was stillborn, dead at birth. Elvis used to reflect on what would have happened had his brother actually survived, had they grown up together. Um, Years down the road, they moved to Memphis and lived around until they finally got their apartment at the courts. When Elvis was 10 years old, he wanted either, some say it was a bicycle, some say it was a rifle, which around that area, around that area and that era wasn't uncommon for a young man to have a rifle, a young boy to have a rifle, go hunt with his father. But the family was poor, they didn't have it, so they bought him a guitar. So he took lessons from his uncle and from the pastor at the church. He learned to play. Years went by. He was 21 years old. He was driving a truck for Crown Electric. And he went by Sun Studios, said anybody can make a record, so he made one for his mother's birthday. One side was called My Happiness, and the other was a ballad. That's When Your Heartaches Begin. Um, Later, one of his friends were in the studio cutting songs, and they started belting out a chorus and line to That's Alright Mama. Sam Phillips asked them to do that again, and they made a record of it, and it was played over the radio. And Dewey Phillips, the man at the radio station, kept getting the call saying, "Hey, play That's Alright Mama again. Who's that singer?" You know, Elvis Presley. A lot of people suspected Elvis was black at that era, because the boogie woogie era was typically, rock and roll was typically black music. You know, just like the same as hip hop is black music today. You know, how many white artists out there? And some of them that do come out there suck. In fact, all the white artists that came out have sucked lately. I'll give Bad Baby her props, but other than that, the rest of these white rappers are idiots. But from the late 50s on up, Elvis skyrocketed from music to movies. In the late 50s, though, I think I could be saying, I think 56, he was inducted to the Army, or inducted into the military. And all the military offices gave him, saying, "Hey, we'll give you special privilege." And Elvis said, "Nope, treat me like anybody else. I'm no different. Treat me like you would anybody else." He chose the Army, and he got stationed in Germany. I still think he got special treatment. I mean, Jesus, he had a house in Germany and whatnot. You know, he got sick. He went to a personal hospital that wasn't military. I mean, there were some things about Elvis that I think were still specialized. He got out of the Army, and he was still well loved and well liked. I seen a concert on YouTube he did in 1977. It's a very depressing video. I would suggest if you're a big fan not to watch it. I sat through it because I decided to see what happened. He was old, fat, and tired. But even in today's society, he still remains a big star. I mean, you go anywhere, you'll find Elvis CDs, Elvis memorabilia. I collect Elvis memorabilia, that's obvious. For those of you who have seen my Elvis collection videos, you know I collect. So if you guys got anything Elvis that you don't want to keep, contact me. I'll take it. I might have to pay for it, but I'll take it. We got pictures, blankets, pillows, coffee mugs, action figures, newspaper clippings, pictures. You got something signed by Elvis Presley? I'll pay full price for it. As long as you're not asking thousands of dollars. I mean, you know, you're asking a couple hundred, I'll pay you that couple hundred to get it. But then again, you might want to keep that stuff for yourselves as well, because it'll be worth something way down the road. It's probably worth something now. Anyways, I just wanted to bring it up today that today is Preston's birthday. So happy birthday to the king. And rock out to Elvis today and revel in the fact that on this very day, a man was born with talent. A man was born with an outlook on life that no matter where he came from, he could still always make it. And let us always remember that even if we feel that we can't make something out of our life, we can. Because if Elvis can do it, so can we. So, Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. So, until next time, stay sexy. Damn. Been messing up with the outros lately. Sorry, guys. Stay greasy cats. Stay sexy chicks. Be cool. Keep rockabilly. Rebel Greaser. Over and out.